Hey, what's going on, guys? Gabriel here. Um, like I said earlier, I'm gonna shoot this little video, basically just let everybody know, my journey up until now. Pretty interesting story, but since it's like a slight introduction, I guess I go through a little bit of the stuff that I do. We got a lawn care company, so I'm CEO of that. That's Cousins Lawn Care. I got a hip hop blog, so I'm owner founder of that. You can check that out at waxstars.com. Then you got Easy Freedom Lifestyle stuff, Freedom Team, Freedom Wealth System. You can check that stuff out www.easyfreedomlifestyle.com. And just like a host of other stuff, man. I got the promotional company, Esquire Promotions. So I'm creator, founder of that joint, owner. It's a lot of stuff I do, so I can't remember all this stuff. But you see, I'm a social media strategist for the Scene Chicago. It's like an online magazine, and just a host of other stuff. But I get into this quick story real quick, just so some of the people that don't know me kind of get to know me. Some of the people who did know me, who still think they know me, really don't know what I have been through. A lot of people thought I would have moved out of town or something for 5 or 6 years, but it was really just in another suburb working. So basic childhood, man. My parents worked together basically through most of our childhood. I think they did off and on stuff all the way up until I was in 7th grade. So they finally they did a final split when it was in 7th grade. So I didn't really have the single mom problems. It kind of sort of was, but not really. And then I did grade school at Lincoln Elementary over on the north side of Maplewood. It's on 9th and 9th and Chicago Avenue. And then transferred to Urban in 7th grade, and graduated from Urban Elementary right on 17th off of Warren. Then we went to Proviso East. Graduated from Proviso East, class 2004. That was a breeze. Then after that, I did Lincoln Tech for the year. Got that auto technology certificate. So that's my history school-wise. I didn't do no additional schooling after that. I like to say, once I left high school, then I started my financial life. I say financial life because you start getting loans and stuff like that to go to school, and that stuff you have to pay back, and you need money, finances to actually pay for that stuff. So after that, basically, let me back up a little bit. All the way since I was actually 12 years old, my grandfather instilled in us, this lawn care thing. So I kind of almost been doing that my entire life. We had a company from about 97 up until 2003, 2004ish. So I had did that, all through my schooling. And then the only other jobs I really had outside of that, I worked for 4 companies. I worked for Sears for about 6 months. I think I got fired from there because, I spent too much time at my cash wrap talking with my now wife, because she worked in the mall as well. And then, I worked at Target, and I worked at U-Haul, and then I ended up my corporate big box career with AutoZone. I did that for about 5.5 years. I actually ran a store for them for 3.5 out of those 5 years. Met some awesome people. Came in contact with some awesome people. I got the opportunity to train and coach some awesome people. Develop some awesome people who didn't believe in themselves, who didn't think they could do anything. And I was like, I came from the hood, man. I'm from Maywood, so if I could do this, you guys could definitely do it. So that was the end of that, man. 2003, I lost my cousin to gun violence. Somebody killed him coming from Proviso East. We was about maybe 8 years apart. So not 8 years, but 8 months apart. So that hit home. That was my right hand. It was kind of hard. So that, I ain't gonna say caused me to take a deep dive, but I did some things that I probably would, I look back now, I probably shouldn't have been doing that stuff. But I was angry, and that's just part of life. It happens. You have to get over it, and carry on with what you're doing. So a little bit about what I'm doing right now. Currently, we got the lawn care business. That's my main bread and butter. But I started the blog back in 2000. I want to say 2012-ish. I think it was April 2012. And, we started that out. We was playing around. I was working with a company. They did like web design, photography, branding, marketing, and stuff like that. And we was just playing around one night. I was promoting, doing shows for like open mics and stuff for artists. And I was just like, man, a lot of these cats show up to these shows and, they act like they're superstars. And really, a lot of the music ain't that great. So, my friend was like, man, you should do something about that. And I'm like, well, how can we do it? We had really just started learning how to, like, code and build sites. So he was like, man, let's just, like, make a blog or something real quick. So, like, we did that. And, like, the first post, we had somebody help, the little prominent model help us out with the first post, actually. Ash Snow, shout out to Snow. Snow, your support. We did, like, 250 views, like, overnight. So, I mean, to me, if anybody know anything about blogging and, the views that you get, like, that's pretty damn good. So still, we didn't take it too serious at that point. It was still like a joke. We would write some content every now and then. But then I had the opportunity in late 2012 to meet Marv Dyson through a networking group that I joined for my lawn care company. His wife's actually in the group, so I sit down and eat breakfast with her every week. I met Marv, I asked him, he was telling me, he was trying to start his own advertisement company to sell like radio advertisement. And, I just ran the idea past him. And, he basically told me, it was an awesome idea. Nobody had the guts to do what we're doing. And if I didn't continue to do it, then I was just stupid. I mean, this is what he told me. He was like in this basement shooting pool, like $1 million mansion, like the crib was just ridiculous. But anyways, like, so he told me that, and I just started going extremely hard with that. And I think right now we sit at like almost 100, like 116,000 views or something like that. So we did like 100,000 views within, the last year, 2013. We did over 100,000 views on that site. And, having that site is really what brought me into the whole, like, freedom lifestyle thing. I left AutoZone in 2011, but, we had the lawn care company, struggling to build that up. And when I started the blog, I was actually looking for ways to generate revenue online. So I ran across a couple network marketing companies, and that's how I came into the whole Easy Freedom Lifestyle, build up the Freedom Wealth System. Like I said, you can check that out, www.easyfreedomlifestyle.com. But, so the reason why I shot this video, just to let everybody know, like, what type of history I got, I did run a multi-million-dollar company. I mean, my store did like $2.5 million a year. I was in charge of like 13 employees. I run a successful lawn care company. So I don't be just talking, what I'm saying? Like, I actually live this stuff. I mean, I was 22 years old, and, I was making like $55,000 a year. So, I mean, you get that to a 22-year-old, you kind of don't know how to act. So that's what we start promoting, just blowing money fast, however you want to call it. But that was all stupid. So now, I try and use my experiences to, just educate people, and hopefully, you'll learn something that could help you make a better decision in life. I don't think I really be talking down on people, but I will say one thing. I don't knock nobody that's got a job if you're working towards something for yourself. But if you're just working a job and you're going there every single day, then you're really wasting your potential to do what you could be doing, because that job that you're getting paid for, you could be making almost 100 times more money if you did that same job for yourself. So just think about that. I mean, even if the field that you're in now, if you started your own company doing that, you'll make a lot more money. And that's basically what it is. You want to work for yourself. Don't work for nobody else. Stop helping people build their dream. Build your own dream. So, yeah, that's my story, man. Anybody got questions, or, you guys get value from this stuff, I really, really hope that you check out the Easy Freedom Lifestyle Facebook page. That's just www.facebook.com/Easy Freedom Lifestyle. I put all the stuff that I come across on a daily basis on there. You could definitely feel free to check that out. And, if you guys come across some good information, post it on there as well. I mean, the site is all about helping people. I literally, everything that I put on there, when I put up the video, I watched that morning. When I put up the Freedom Read or the articles, I read that day. So, I mean, it's not stuff that I'm just finding and putting up to build a page. Like, I'm actually living it. And, I follow all of that stuff that I put up. So, I hope you guys got some value out of this. For those that don't know me, now you know who I am, what I stand for, where I came from. For those of you that did know me and didn't really know what I was doing for those 5.5 years or whatever, I wasn't locked up or nothing. I was just working real hard for a company that, it was a great company, but they didn't really appreciate what I was doing, so had to split ways with them. But that's it, man. You guys got questions for me, anything, I'm always here. Inbox me. You got a question about business, something that you want to do, inbox me. I'm always open to help you. Like I said, I worked for a company that did marketing and branding, so I still kind of, got that background as well. So I'm here to help. If you need anything, hit me up. Thanks, guys. Take it easy.